How strong is Kobe? Now, Kobe is a character that is probably one of the characters that we've seen the biggest change from, honestly. He's a day one character, and let's be honest, in the beginning, Kobe's power was trash, and I'm not trying to disrespect Kobe, but in the beginning, during the East Blue days, you had no ability fighting-wise, and I want to say the fact that he had no ability fighting-wise, and now that we're seeing him now, and especially in the recent stuff, Kobe is looking legit. I definitely have to discuss where do I put his power right now, because I always thought I made a Kobe video, but I never made a how strong is Kobe, so that was very shocking. But now is the perfect time to honestly make a video discussing his power scaling. And I will say this, that we haven't seen crazy amount of battles with Kobe, but I think we can assume from the things we have seen in the story. Now I do want to say this, the current Kobe and the story of Kobe has huge potential, and it has me shocked looking back at the East Blue days, because the rise was amazing, and that's what makes it better, honestly, when you see a character start from the bottom and make it here, you know, started from the bottom, now we're here. I love that. I love that. I love that. Now I mentioned the beginning, Kobe pretty much had no fighting skills, and this was kind of confirmed by Alvida. Alvida and Kobe are on the same ship. The way Kobe got on her ship was hilarious. You guys all know what I'm talking about. But Alvida's like, he has no fighting skills. The only reason why I have Kobe on my ship is because of his navigational skills, honestly. So Kobe already had a knack for being a navigational skill person. And I do want to say this, cough cough, no wonder his observation haki was the first haki of his to actually like awaken. We know Monkey D. Luffy's first haki to awaken was Conqueror's haki. Luffy's trying to be the pirate king. It makes sense. Kobe's first haki to awaken was observation haki. He always had a navigational skill. You can put two and two together. I do want to say this. He later joined the Marines in the East Blue. Like, even though he had no fighting skills, after the after the arc where Luffy leaves Kobe to join the Marines and brings Zoro on his crew, that's when Kobe joined the Marines, and he's definitely got some minor fighting skills. Not amazing stuff, but minor fighting skills. When you're working, if you're in the Marines, you're gonna get some minor fighting skills. I definitely want to say interesting stuff. He became fodder Marine level, honestly. I believe he used from trash power wise to fodder Marine level and that's decent for Kobe at the time. Now Kobe also had his right hand man Helmeppo. Helmeppo was the villain early on, Axe-Hand Morgan's son. And I definitely think that Helmeppo will have something big when it comes to Axe-Hand Morgan, but Kobe and his right hand man Helmeppo got special training, and not just special training from anybody. It was from the strongest Marine, okay, I should say one of the strongest Marines at the time, one of the strongest Marines of all time. We do not know if he's the strongest Marine of all time. There is some Marines that are like debating, like when it comes to like Kong and Sengoku, but I believe Monkey D. Garp is the hero of the Marines, so I'd like to give him that credit with his relationship with Goldie Roger. I definitely think that he is, in my opinion, the cream of the crop when it comes to Marines, but I could be wrong, my opinion could be wrong, and that's a whole nother discussion. But Kobe got trained by this individual, and we saw when Monkey D. Luffy got trained by Rayleigh, a very, very powerful character, the amount of crazy growth that happened to Luffy's skills from the time skip. So the fact that Kobe was getting trained by Garp, you definitely were not going to be surprised that Kobe was going to have a huge jump. The fact that he looked completely different, yeah, a lot of people were shocked. Like, is this the same Kobe? Look at East Blue Kobe and look at Kobe at the Eddie's Lobby area. I definitely think that the reason why he looks so different is he got in shape, and he also went through puberty. That's why he look so different. You can't tell if someone gets older and older, like, you're going to see a difference. Yeah, but there's actually like an extreme difference you're gonna have in your life that can span from like 1 year to like 9 months. It's definitely not surprising. So I definitely want to say that it makes sense why he looked different, but the shock was still there. Honestly, the shock was still there. He got trained by Monkey D. Luffy's grandfather, which was very, very cool. And there was a whole cover story in the manga, and there was actually an episode in the anime. So you guys should rewatch that episode in the anime if you're an anime only. But definitely, this is when I actually looked at Kobe as decent. Yes, decent. Now, post Enies Lobby, Kobe and Helmeppo were reunited with their best friends, Luffy and Zoro. I'm just joking. Helmeppo, Luffy and Zoro definitely disrespected Helmeppo. He felt some type of way, but how can you expect him at Helmeppo? You were an evil dude back in the day. But Kobe and Helmeppo challenged Luffy and Zoro. Now, they were taken out pretty easily, but the fact that they made such huge improvements from what they were in the East Blue, complete scrubs. Yeah, Kobe was using techniques like Soru, that's very impressive, honestly, because we just got a whole like Annie's Lobby, Water 7 situation when it comes to CP9 and Soto. So definitely to see Koby use it, honestly, I was impressed, yo. I was impressed. I was digging it. Now I do want to say this, even though they got defeated pretty quickly, what can you expect, yo? Luffy and Zoro at the time were, of course, leagues above them, but still, I was impressed by the use of Koby using Zoro and what happened right after this moment. The thing that happened right after this moment was Koby, in a sense, told Luffy his dream and said that he wants to become an admiral. And we all know how powerful the admirals are. Marineford, cough cough, post time skip, Dressrosa. We all know how powerful the admirals are. They're definitely an impressive bunch. To the point where, let's be honest here, the only faction to get compared to the Yonko when it comes to power is the admirals. There's a lot of admiral fans that like to argue that admirals and Yonkos are on the same level. Now, you're not hearing that from me, but there is fans who say that, and that's a whole cancer of topic that I don't want to get into right now. So the fact that Koby's dream is this, it definitely means that Koby is aiming high, and he started crying like, yo, I'm so dumb, what's wrong with me? And Luffy was like, if you're gonna become an admiral, if you're gonna battle me, you're gonna have to become an admiral. In the sense of Luffy saying, when I become the Pirate King, you're gonna have to be an admiral to come face me. We all know that Garp and Roger's relationship, Pirate King. Garp could have been an admiral, but he just stayed as vice admiral. So it just makes sense that Koby, who wants to become an admiral, it definitely is gonna have to do that to go face up Luffy in the future. And it has me very, very excited for the end of the story, because there's some crazy stuff that Ichiro Oda, the man who made One Piece, has planned for Koby, and I'm very, very hyped. Now, Marineford is also another moment where Luffy was challenged by his day one friend Koby back in the day, and yeah, he got rocked, honestly. But the reason why Koby got rocked, and it was much different than Post-90's Lobby, it was more of Luffy stopping Koby. In Marineford, Luffy pretty much put his fist in his face and said, get out my way, I got much more important stuff to deal with. And definitely he used his Zoro technique, but let's be honest here, Luffy, he was determined to help Ace. So definitely Koby was definitely a side thought, and I like the fact that Koby tried, but let's be honest here, you don't get an A+ for effort, man, you don't. But still, I like that effort, because the effort leads to greatness. Now I do want to say this, in Marineford, he did have an amazing moment where he awakened Observation Haki, and let's be honest here, he awakened his Observation Haki before Luffy, if you think about it, because Luffy awakened his Conqueror's Haki, but his armament and his Observation Haki was when he was with Rayleigh. That's when he actually developed these two Hakis. Koby actually developed awakened his Observation Haki in Marineford. So it definitely, I brought up the whole navigational point, and you guys saw me talk about it, so I'm not gonna get further into it. But I like how the doctor that was treating Koby was like, all vice admirals and up have at least some sort of haki. Yeah, Helmeppo was definitely jealous of Koby back then, yo. He was like, damn. Now the next time we would see Koby and his power and his skills was episode Luffy. It's kind of like a special, so if you're an anime only, you might have not seen it. If you're a manga reader, you might have not seen it. It was a special where I honestly dig the special. The special is very cool and it's very interesting. If you're a One Piece fan, you dig a lot of the specials, yo, because they're very, very entertaining. But we see Koby, and his post-time skip design was badass. I can't lie, yo. It was definitely badass how the way he was protecting everyone, breaking that huge metal disc with ease with one punch. Man, the way his fighting technique is looking right now, honestly, from the episode of Luffy, it was reminding me of Garp, yo, the Fist of Love. I definitely expect more and more hype things and more named attacks from Koby that are going to really shape his fighting style. Episode Luffy, yo, that was a W. That was a W. Now, we recently seen some things in the manga, and this is where I give my warning. If you're an anime only, skip to the end of the video and just see where I say how strong is Koby. But if you don't really mind of spoilers from the recent chapter, yeah, continue listening. Koby's Observation Haki has definitely matured. Post time skip, it's actually remarkable because he was able to sense a torpedo from far, far away. And Helmeppo, who now has Observation Haki, even said he couldn't sense it. Like, how the hell was Koby able to sense that torpedo being fired? It just showcases that Koby's Observation Haki is on extreme levels, and it makes sense because let's be honest here, the best Observation Haki users in the actual Straw Hat Pirates are Sanji and Luffy. The fact that Koby unlocked Observation Haki before these two characters, I'm not surprised his Observation Haki is A1. Now I do want to say this, as Arm Haki and if he does have Conqueror's Haki, he will definitely be lacking in my opinion, but still his Observation Haki is probably carrying him when it comes to his fighting techniques and fighting style. And I will say this, there's also more impressive stuff like how he was able to swim in the water, and look at the speed he was able to do in the water, and his power of pretty much taking the torpedo and deflecting it. Yeah. Listen to me right now. I wouldn't be surprised, yo. I wouldn't be surprised if his observation haki might have another level to it. You guys all saw that in Hokage Island arc. I'm not gonna. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Seeing the future, man. Anime onlys have seen recently Katakuri. I'm not surprised if Kobe can see the future, and if he can, yeah, Kobe's a monster. I'm just joking. He definitely will be a monster, but he still has much more to improve on. Another information that we recently found out was the Rocky Port incident. And the Rocky Port incident, we always found out about Law and the stuff he did there to get famous. But it's funny because Kobe, he became a hero in this incident, and it's crazy because I'll tell you right now, he definitely was not sleeping during the time skip. He was definitely making great improvements, and the Rocky Port incident where he became a hero is the same reason why Law, I don't know, his infamous went up and rose, and that's how he became a warlord in the future. Yeah. This incident definitely must have been crazy, and if there's not a flashback to the Rocky Port incident because they mentioned it twice with two major characters, I don't know how to act, yo. This better be shown, yo. It better be shown because I'm hyped, yo. I'm extremely hyped. Some minor details I've noticed in the last chapter that really hyped up Kobe is when he was talking to Kyros. Kyros is a very powerful fighter. Remember in the Coliseum, he was battling all those dudes. He even fought giants all that time. Like, he was going crazy in the Coliseum with one leg too. I mean, with both his legs. Now with one leg, he definitely got weaker, but still, he was able to take out Diamante and tank Diamante's attacks. One of the stronger Doflamingo pirates. Kyros is powerful. He's not crazy powerful, but he's stronger. You gotta respect that he's actually strong. And the fact that Kobe called him strong, like the way Luffy calls characters strong, like he called Furutora and Nekomamushi and Arashi, the appearance of Luffy and Kobe calling characters strong really makes me look at these guys, Luffy and Kobe, as, how do I say this, special characters. Now, I will say this, he is now an HQ captain, and everyone was kind of disappointed that he was only a captain after the time skip because Smoker was a captain in the East Blue. No. When Smoker was a captain in the East Blue, that was a captain. Yeah, that's definitely his level, even though he could have been much higher because of his fruit ability. He was just doing that on purpose. He was staying, he don't want no pirates to go to the Grand Line. There's definitely a reason why Smoker was a captain. The reason why Kobe's a captain is because he's an HQ captain, and actually in an SBS interview by Ichiroda, he reveals that HQ captains are pretty much vice admiral level, or they're pretty much vice admirals, honestly. So that's impressive. That's indeed impressive, and I do want to say that a lot of people that found out this really looks like Kobe differently from when they saw Captain at first. Yo, cool stuff. So how powerful is Kobe? You're probably wondering. Enough of the talking, LegendMac, yo. How powerful is Kobe? And I personally believe that Kobe is indeed in between the monster trio of the Straw Hat Pirates and the middle trio of the Straw Hat Pirates. When I say in between, Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are above Kobe in my opinion, but middle trio of Robin, Frankie, and Brook are a little below or on the same level as Kobe, and that's just my thoughts on Kobe's power. This observation haki really has me hyped, honestly, and the fact that he's a Marine HQ captain, it's safe to say that he probably is Vice Admiral level. Like, Maynard is a Vice Admiral from Dressrosa. You guys remember Maynard. Maynard's a Vice Admiral. If Maynard's a Vice Admiral, Kobe being Vice Admiral, I would not have a problem with, because he showed me way more impressive stuff than what Maynard was showing me. And I do want to say this, there's Vice Admirals like Virgo, Smoker, Momonga, Onigimo, Doberman. These Vice Admirals are definitely a clear cut above Kobe and other Vice Admirals that we've seen. And let's be honest, Vice Admiral is probably the toughest position when it comes to power scaling, because the powers vary so much, and we all know this. But I do want to say this, I'm excited, yo. Kobe, yo, his rise to Admiral, we saw what happened with Luffy recently in the last chapters. I'm not gonna spoil anime onlys, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some crazy improvements from Kobe faster than we all thought. So that's just my thoughts on Kobe. Tell me your thoughts though. I want to hear all your opinion about Kobe. I know he's a controversial character, but I'm not gonna lie, I dig Kobe. I like Kobe. He's a cool character. Like and share if you enjoy. Like and share only if you enjoy it. And subscribe for more One Piece content. I'm the LegendMac, and I'm gone.